Sasha huddled beneath the cold streetlight, her breath fogging in the night air. She'd run until her legs burned, but she didn't feel any safer. The houses around her were silent, cloaked in shadows, and her reflection haunted her even here, lurking in her mind. "Soon, Sasha. You'll let me in soon?" The voice echoed again, and she clamped her hands over her ears, shaking her head as if that would silence it. Her reflection had winked at her, twisted and alive, its expression something dark and foreign. Whatever was happening, she knew one thing for certain: she was being hunted. Her phone buzzed in her pocket, a jarring noise that made her jump. She fumbled for it, her fingers icy and trembling. It was a text from her best friend, Lily. The words blurred in front of her, and her vision swam with tears she hadn't realized she was holding back. Lily was the only person who might believe her, maybe the only person who could help. She typed back a frantic response, her fingers slipping on the screen. Seconds later, Lily responded. Sasha hesitated, staring at the message. Could she risk it? If Lily came, she'd bring this thing closer to her, too. But Sasha's fear was growing, festering into something desperate. The minutes felt like hours. She kept glancing over her shoulder, every shadow on the pavement warping and stretching as if it were hiding something. The sound of footsteps finally broke the silence, and she saw Lily jogging toward her, bundled up against the cold, concern etched across her face. "Sasha!" Lily gasped, breathless. "What's going on?" Sasha opened her mouth to explain, but as she tried to speak, the words caught in her throat. She could feel something else there, something twisting her words, waiting to speak for her. "Lily, I think I'm going crazy," she choked out, her voice strained. "I keep seeing things, hearing voices. And it's like there's someone else inside me." Lily's eyes widened, but to Sasha's relief, her friend didn't look away. Instead, Lily reached out, gripping Sasha's shoulder, steadying her. "You're not crazy. We'll figure this out together, okay?" But as Lily's hand tightened on her shoulder, Sasha felt something, an alien wave of rage, dark and seething. Her vision dimmed, narrowing until all she could see was Lily's concerned face. A voice slithered through her mind, unmistakable this time. "She doesn't believe you, Sasha. She thinks you're weak." "No!" Sasha cried, shaking her head violently, as if that would shake the words free. Lily jerked her hand back, alarmed. "Sasha!" The voice was laughing now, low and cruel, filling her head with a sinister clarity. "I could get rid of her for you. I could make you stronger. I could make them all pay." Sasha felt herself slipping, a chill flooding her limbs as something else took control. She could feel her hand raising, fingers curling into a fist. Her body moved on its own, as if she were a marionette on strings. Lily's expression shifted from worry to fear. "Sasha! What are you doing?" "Run," Sasha whispered, her voice barely her own, strangled and foreign. "Run, Lily. I can't control it." But Lily hesitated, her loyalty rooting her to the spot. Sasha tried to warn her again, but the voice drowned her out, cold and commanding. "Sasha, you don't need her. She's just in your way." Her hand shot out, grabbing Lily's wrist with a force she didn't recognize. Lily winced, trying to pull away, but Sasha's grip only tightened. "Sasha! Let go. You're hurting me." Lily's voice cracked, pleading. Somewhere, deep inside, Sasha screamed, fighting against the thing that had taken hold of her body. She could feel its delight, its sadistic satisfaction as it squeezed harder, reveling in her horror. But with every bit of strength she had, she fought back, clawing for control. "Get out," she managed, her voice a raw whisper. "Leave me alone." For a split second, her vision cleared, and she saw Lily's terrified face. With a monumental effort, Sasha released her, stumbling back as if her own limbs were foreign to her. "Lily," she gasped, "run. Please, I don't know how much longer I can." But Lily didn't run. Instead, she stood her ground, her face determined. "Sasha, you need help. Whatever this is, it's not you. We need to fight it together." The voice laughed, louder now, echoing through Sasha's mind. "Foolish girl. She can't save you, Sasha. No one can." With an agonizing effort, Sasha pressed her hands to her head, willing the thing inside her to stop, to leave. But it was like fighting smoke, an ungraspable force that twisted and writhed, tightening its hold on her mind. "Sasha, listen to me," Lily said, grabbing her shoulders and pulling her close. "This isn't real. Whatever it is, it's feeding on your fear. Don't let it control you." Sasha met Lily's eyes, something stirring inside her at her friend's words. She could feel the thing's rage, boiling and bitter, recoiling from Lily's touch, as if it feared her. Together, Sasha whispered, her voice her own again, though weak and trembling. "We'll fight it together." But the voice was back, hissing in fury, clawing at her mind. "You think you're strong enough to keep me out, Sasha? You'll never be free of me." Sasha gritted her teeth, closing her eyes. She felt Lily's hand in hers, grounding her, anchoring her in the reality of the cold night air, the feel of her friend's fingers wrapped tightly around her own. Slowly, inch by inch, she felt the presence retreat, slipping back into the dark corners of her mind. The silence was overwhelming. She opened her eyes, meeting Lily's steady gaze. Are you okay?" Lily asked, her voice soft but strong. Sasha let out a shuddering breath, nodding. "For now? But it's still there. I can feel it. Waiting." Lily held her hand tighter. "Then we'll be ready. We'll face it together." Sasha managed a small, weary smile, but deep down, she knew the truth. This wasn't over. The thing inside her was still there, lurking, waiting for the next moment of weakness. And she could feel its promise echoing in the depths of her mind, a dark whisper that would haunt her every step. "Soon, Sasha. You'll let me in